All right, here we go. Question number 4 from our Precalculus homework number 1 in MyLab Math. Here we're going to have to click the GeoGebra function machine link to access the question. That will open up a pop-up window. And here it says to write a function f of x and give a number x naught so that f of x naught is negative 37. Notice it says f of x is not allowed to be constant. That means that you can't just say f of x is negative 37 and x naught is any number, because then you would always get negative 37. That would be too easy. Also, the identity is off limits, f of x equals x, because then whatever you input is what you output. So we can't use the identity function and we can't use a constant function. So here's what we're trying to do. We're trying to come up with a function so that when I plug in a particular number, the function value is negative 37. And you can pretty much generate any f of x you want. Okay, so I could say f of x equals 3x. I could say 3x squared. I can do pretty much anything I want as long as the number that I pick plugs in and makes negative 37. Alright, so let's think about this for a second. I particularly like square root functions or squared functions. Quadratics are good. Maybe absolute value. Let's think about that. Absolute value of x. So if I plug in 37 into the absolute value, that would make positive 37. In order to get that to be negative, I could put a negative in front of the absolute value. And that way, whatever I plug in to the absolute value function with this negative in front is going to turn it into a negative value. So here I have a solution. Negative absolute value of x when x is 37. Okay, so to input that function, we're going to grab the keyboard, and I don't see the absolute value in my toolbar, so we're going to click f of x, and then you can see there's your absolute value function. So we want absolute value of x, but we also want there to be a negative in front. So I'm going to need to grab this negative here. There's our function, and then we want x to be 37. Okay, now once you get all of that input, let's close the keyboard and let's verify real quick. 37 goes in, absolute value of 37 is 37, but the negative out front makes it negative. And if we check the answer, it says that is correct. And it also gives us another possible solution just in case you wanted another example. Now I would like to try another one just so you get 2 examples here. So now we're going to come up with a function so that when we plug in a particular value we get negative 33. Alright, so let's start over again. Where we're going to come up with a function that's going to produce negative 33 given a particular input. And let's see, I think this time I would like to go with, let's say, negative 3x this time. So what number can I plug into this function that will produce negative 33? Well, I'm thinking 11. So check me, 11 times negative 3 makes negative 33. That is correct. And here is a possible function. Do you see you have freedom to choose whatever you want the function to be, as long as this number plugs in to produce the correct f of x. Here we go. Negative 3x is our function. When x is 11, One more time, we want to check real quick. 11 times -3 is -33. And it shows that that is correct. You can pick whatever function you want. It could be quadratic, it could be square root, absolute value, whatever you want it to be, just as long as you get this output. And one more thing I need to mention, in order for this to update in your MyLab Math, you do need to click Save and Submit. Alright, so that's going to do it for this particular problem. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those in the comment section below, or you can text me. And thanks for watching.